After World War II, America was booming. Soldiers returned home, started families, and moved into newly built suburbs. With the rise of suburbia came the need for new shopping spaces, and thus, the American Mall was born. The first shopping mall, Southdale Center, opened in 1956 in Edina, Minnesota. Designed by Austrian architect Victor Gruen, it wasn't just about shopping, it was about creating a community space. It was climate-controlled, had a central court, and encouraged people to linger. Gruen envisioned a place that mimicked a European town square, only with escalators and department stores. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, malls exploded across the country. They became symbols of middle-class prosperity. Anchored by massive department stores like Sears, JCPenney, and Macy's, these shopping centers had everything, from fast food courts to indoor fountains to arcades. By the 1980s, malls weren't just where you shopped, they were where you hung out. Teenagers spent weekends roaming the food court, trying on clothes at the Gap, or watching movies at the multiplex. Malls became part of the American experience. Films like Clueless and Fast Times at Ridgemont High cemented the mall as a cultural icon. The 1990s brought change, subtle at first. Big box stores like Walmart, Target, and Best Buy began cutting into department store profits. These stores offered more for less, and consumers noticed. At the same time, America was building too many malls. In fact, between 1970 and 2010, the number of malls grew twice as fast as the population. Oversaturation was inevitable. Then came the real disruptor, the internet. In the early 2000s, online shopping was clunky and untrustworthy. But companies like Amazon changed that. Convenience, variety, and two-day shipping made clicking, buy now, easier than a trip to the mall. The Great Recession of 2008 dealt a devastating blow. Department stores like Sears and Macy's closed hundreds of locations. Anchor stores vanished, foot traffic declined, and many malls entered a downward spiral. In the 2010s, terms like dead malls and retail apocalypse entered public consciousness. YouTubers began filming haunting walkthroughs of empty shopping centers, complete with escalators to nowhere and fountains covered in dust. Not all malls have died. Some are evolving. Lifestyle centers are replacing traditional malls, think open-air spaces like the Grove in Los Angeles. These spots combine shopping with entertainment, Instagrammable restaurants, and walkability. Others are being repurposed. Dead malls are turning into community colleges, healthcare centers, tech campuses, or even apartments. In Austin, one former mall became a high school. In Seattle, a mall was reimagined as office space for Amazon. There's also a nostalgia-driven revival. Shows like Stranger Things reintroduce audiences to the neon-lit, food court-filled mall era. Some communities even hold mall museum events to remember these cultural centers. Still, the future remains uncertain. Will Gen Z and Gen Alpha ever value malls the way Boomers and Gen X did? Or will malls become a quirky chapter in American history? What's clear is this: the mall was more than a shopping center. It was a stage for growing up, falling in love, and meeting friends. Its story is the story of American life, rising, falling, and perhaps, rising again in a new form.